Vino and Joe have position and 2 pads still. You mentioned it. It's huge. 108 damage above as well. They're going to still keep things low, not even building inside this entire house. Remember, this is what we saw Coop set on fire. We started the game here. It was aggressive. It's getting crazy as we keep moving on too. They start to look back. People trying to follow their line. Setting out low as well. Chapix is taken out at the exact same time. Skyzoo is there on the bottom side too. Too much interruption in front of all these teams as Chulix ends up taking him out. Joe down, but he didn't have the pads. It was Vino, the duo who were destined to win this game, gets split apart in half, and Vino's having trouble getting off the ground. He gets taken out. A chance at victory, a chance at finals denied. It's X-Squeeze and Andalex on height that make it difficult for any team to move.
This is not the time you want to be taking high ground, though. This is way too early when it comes to these reboot-style games where the victory royale will qualify you through to that moment, because what you got to remember is a lot of the players in the lobby are going to be looking to take high ground because they know that is the position for them to pick up the victory royale.
X-Squeeze and Alex looking really good right now, just staying away from everyone, staying away from the chaos. And it also goes downhill, pressuring teams even more. You got to watch your footing. It gets rough.
Okay, at the same time, backside his own, Refsguard left as a solo losing scram at this exact moment. He's got the heals, but he's only down to wood, which is a clear sign to the rest of the lobby that he is weak and he should be shot, but he's doing such a great job of getting to the front side of the zone and keeping away from everyone else.
Dodges every single shot, absolutely, and gets inside one of the wooden boxes that he built himself. 12 bulls left, so that's just a few more to go. 3 different positions he can kind of hunker down himself, but you see Janice and Vortex also kind of going for height. What happened? Those high ground leaders, where's that Squeeze, where's Andalex? Not sure if they ended up going down, but now we have one of the most aggressive duos that are so good at closing out games, holding off one of the best positions overall. If they get the win, they get to move. Andalex X Squeeze push down towards the ground, eating dirt, but at the same time surviving. No mats on the other side. X Squeeze now low, has to get a few more shields up, but there's invaders inside their boxes. It's not looking good. Andalex with the back shot, and then once again a pickaxe swing from X Squeeze. They're desperate. It's still not enough. Down to nothing in front of duos. They had height, but they go down.
As Vortex still up on the high ground, up above, trying to spray that down to the lobby down below. This just reminds me of the qualifier to the final game where they popped off 10 elimination victory royale, and they're looking to reverse it, do it in game number 1.
Genesis Vortex calm now up on high. You got to remember, if you're in this position, yes, you want to be milking elims if it's a consistency type format. They still kind of are, but the win inside these semifinals also sends you straight to the finals. You don't even have to play for the rest of the day. Swilliam and Lecce have made it through such a grueling process in their POI as well. Chonker Speedway is no stranger to disaster, to fighting, and right now they're going to be matless completely, also looking to keep their game alive. A low ground position is also one you can win from, but they need a huge refresh right now. They can't hear, can't see anything, dropping down to the final layer.
Yeah, if we're going to bet on anyone to get a 50-50 hit the shots, it's going to be Lecce and it's going to be Swilliam. Swilliam, one of the best aimers on the Asia region before he came over to EU. Lecce, one of the biggest, but no, he's going to go down, leaving Swilliam as a solo back to his own, and he's going down to the low ground masters of Kinzel and Deceptos.
Eviscerated, and we'll have Deceptos and Kinzel waiting there too. Janice Vortex here as well. This could just be a finals game lobby with the who's who of Fortnite inside. Center Rayet inside the mid ground as well. 6 teams, and you can kind of feel the pressure. Not a single AR shooting, not a SMG rattle inside. It's just shotguns left and right. This is absolutely disastrous for a lot of teams who are matless, but Deceptos and Kinzel are still moving through. They find the front side of the zone. They're looking really nice. Pressure on the right side. That's Fury on their walls. Deceptos, though, taking crucial damage to claim all this land. That's going to be fine for him. Genesis and Vortex are trying now to find a little bit of a say inside this conversation. Lusha and Fury right above ahead. A river in the way of Deceptos and Kinzel as well. They got the med mist popping too. This is still getting close. 4 teams now as we see Rayad go down. It's Vortexia raining fire from above.
Kinzel Deceptos now down to 0 materials each. 1 build actually onto Deceptos. 1 work that he can work with from here on out. But at this moment, I've seen him clutch up already in the qualifiers a bigger match than this. But the zone's about to pull uphill. The high ground teams will have the advantage. That single wood build place, the spray starting to come up to the players up above. But no, Lucia just has enough.
Big edit from Fury, though. That's going to be a huge interruption. Deceptos down. All of the Kinzel. Shot from the backside. Lusha gets it, but who's on high ground? It's Vortex. It's Janice. They've been waiting. Time on their side. It's still a 2v2. No knocks yet. Fury is going to get a few builds up. Is it him by himself, though? Yes. Lusha is actually down. 2v1. Janice and Vortex, a ticket straight to the finals. Alive. thriving for them right now. All they need to do is wait this out. I do not see Fury anywhere. They have so much time for the moment. Where can he run? Is he going to strike is the question. A wall put down. Fury is still in the storm. Here's his last leg. A chance at possibly the biggest shot of his career, but it's going to be absolutely denied. Vortex and front side. We're already clearing the land inside the sand. ThomasHD just bases up slightly, but so much damage already taken. He has a few minis to get all the way back up and up beside Tayson as well. You talk about shadowing. It's pretty dark inside this box. Both teammates side by side. It's looking real good.
It is the chili chug slash pop. They're going to start to try stagger a little bit here, wait for the zone to catch up so they can use that increased movement speed to get themselves up to the front side of zone, similar to Refsguard and Scram here on the full dead side. 5 below the Storm Surge on moving zones. You're going to have to start to make a play to get inside the box. The spray starts to come out, and here we go. Are the crosshairs going to be placed on the head? Are they going to hit the shots, or are they going to be dwindled down to the Storm Surge?
They're just like spinning tops around inside this storm, completely lost, can't even land a single shot, but Refsguard finds it when it matters most. Down and out though before they get to that crucial placement towards the end game. Who is it on top? Who is controlling the lobby? It's Andy all the way on high ground, and they are looking good.
Clutch King, we got to remember back to Chapter 2 Season 7, the high ground was won in absolutely incredible fashion by them, but ThomasHD and Tayson are now looking for it. Look at the sight line, look at the vision. They're propping the launch pad, they're going for it, but no, they didn't manage to actually get all the way up. Such a good control from Ziandi alongside Alex Scott to hold things down. So now ThomasHD and Tayson are going to have to reevaluate that plan.
Stuffed and denied. Andy, though, is a little bit too high. So, yeah, they're going to try to go all the way back down. See the pad, too, that a lot of teams might be able to reuse. And there's a sneaky boy going straight all the way up for height. Who is it? Who is trying to claim this high ground right now? It's a complete build fight all the way towards the top. Big shot, 71-27 respond as well. Andy is looking good on the defense. This high ground is untouchable. Slove dropped all the way back down to mid. Chased by Andy. He's mad. He's still going for complete control. Still has a few shots for mid-range as well. This man can do it all. He's got 4 arms while he's playing, but 2 get chopped down as that build goes away. Andy still is all in now. 7 builds. He needs this refresh. Zygot is nowhere to be found for the moment. He's facing the whole lobby by himself.
It's a mechanical masterclass from Ziandi and Alex Head up on high ground, but Mosh, you can see using the Spider-Man to swing all up, but down on the mid ground, Tayson HD. Tayson is down, leaving ThomasHD by himself to clutch up. If Ziandi is one of the guys who can clutch, ThomasHD is absolutely one of the other names you got to put up there to pick up a victory royale as a solo.
What happened to the zone? I see Iris, Zumi, and Belusi on the backside gone. I see all of the height things that we built up completely shot down. It's Mosh now by himself, who's just trying to maybe make this a win. ThomasHD has a chance for that clutch too.
And do hear Mosh up on the high ground as a solo, trying to spray down below another solo. The game of solos. I thought we were watching duos. 0 builds left to his name, but look at the inventory, the weapons, the firepower that he has with the aim. Yes, that's going to be an elimination down to the player down below.
That's 1 for ThomasHD. Mosh all the way on height. He's still running shots down. Thomas now on mid-ground, still with just 4 builds. Mid-air shotgun shot. This man hits the hard shots. 2 armored walls, 2 builds. He makes the most out of it. Most important fight now on the left side. He's not controlling any of the builds. ThomasHD is still looking for the pressure. He's still going, and Clownski is down. Thomas makes it happen, but no, it's Mosh that actually grabs all the pressure from Putrick up on the top side. It's Toose and Putrick out of nowhere who take the fight all the way on the top rope and get it. 5 different teams. They seem to be the only duo alive right now and are looking healthy, but mats for everyone are dwindling thin. ThomasHD is all the way on low. He needs this Elam fast. Time is not on his side. Trapped now. Yes, his other team opponent actually needs to know that he needs to go up. It's Clement. No Floki. He's down 2 inside the storm. ThomasHD. 3 teams alive. 2 solos, 1 duo for the moment. He's trying to just stay away from any of the action. He does not want to be the focus of anyone right now. Has the builds, just 1 box to use and maybe a ramp afterwards. No more armored walls. Can't even hear who is where around him, taking some zone damage already. He tries to get ahead, but that's his final max. The gold won't help you here, my friend. You need to land those shots. He has to go for first, maybe even second for the moment, but things are looking absolutely disastrous. ThomasHD is by himself, and he can't find anyone. The GPS is off. The lights are completely down. Thomas has no idea where to go. Inside someone else's box, and he does not get that elimination. This will do everything for Putrick and Toose to know exactly the
Same with the Kinzel and Deceptos. Veteran team out of Tilted Towers right now. Another kind of mid to low ground team who you can expect that consistency from, who is looking really good on the leaderboards coming into this game. I was going to say coming into this, it doesn't matter. They're 6th right now. That's what truly matters.
Absolutely. And split down the middle, no man's land. On that dirt trail on the left side, we'll have 2 different sides of the lobby to look at right now. Everyone will have to move back into the grove. All the high ground we see right now might not have the utmost control, but it will be Seti and Chapix inside that seat first off. Every time I've seen Chapix in half and half get height, he wins games. So will he stay true to that pattern, to that power? That is the question as the entire lobby has to move.
That's true when it comes to normal trios, game mode, potentially duos, but when it comes to where every single victory royale matters, way more focus is up there. This may be too early for them to take it. I want to see how they go. They're obviously looking for a little bit, I don't want to say desperate right here, but like they need to pick up a victory royale or a massive game to clutch them to throw them up into the top 6 because they are currently outside of that. Landing at the front side of the zone, say he's going to use that tarping ability instead, and it's going to be Relvis and Krusty on height.
Now they have the loadout, they have the position. Clownsky 2 bounces up in the sky. Krusty Relvis reconnected and based up as well. They're looking to really stay up here. This is not a rental property. They're not trying to move after this zone ends. This is very good from them, but at the same time, Reese mentioned it, kind of early to set control this heavily as you start to move. They've invested so many materials, hard mats for now, and look who's looming right there below. Yes, indeed, it's ThomasHD and Tayson right underneath high ground, 572 damage above. All they have to really worry about is their position. Zone still keeps moving. Seti and Chapix are right by them on the same layer side by side. Relvis drops down, Krusty's still up top, and that might be it. Wait a minute, Noah Riley out of nowhere, also on the backside. Where's Aqua is the real question. Thomas and Tayson are now head free, looking straight up top for the high ground. The retake is starting to happen. Big beam for Thomas. Relvis goes down. Thomas then, one more opponent is Krusty the teammate, and he has the beams and the shot dominance. HD is alive, and they take heights.
Krusty and Relvis never made an FNCS finals. They're not used to a lobby of this caliber. They don't understand the height time retakes, but ThomasHD and Tayson absolutely do. Absolutely capped on materials. 100 builds still left on Thomas. I've got to assume that Tayson has even more to his name. The pepper's still in the inventory. The ammo absolutely plentiful. This could be the victory royale for Tayson and ThomasHD.
Still lots of legends all the way inside the mid and low ground. Refsguard, Spider-Man web shooters in hand, but he's running out of webbing. This is going to be tough. Scram also down. He has no teammate. He'll have to go for that solo clutch. The consistency matters here a lot too, so everything on the line for him on the front side.
See what he can work with as a solo player. 49 builds to his name. He can definitely clutch this up, but can he win it? The points are absolutely crucial right now. Some of the biggest names still up in the lobby. We see Cheating picking up, and that's Lucia that goes down. The man I forgot earlier, but I'm not forgetting him right now. His leaderboard still up at the top. And as we look on top of the lobby, Tayson and ThomasHD dominating.
Water falling down, Kinzel Desiptos just stuck in a blender. This is going to be tough. Shots from all sides, and Kinzel finally just gets to breathe slightly. Desiptos, though, running on the oxygen, armored wall on the left side, and there's a lot of shots coming in from the back. That storm is not only ticking, but the shots are rolling in too. Desiptos, 2 HP, needs to get that siphon, but too much HP on Chapix and Seti, who control the low ground. Refsguard, though, gets a position in front of them. ThomasHD is still running all the way up from height. It's wood gold, so he's just going to melt through them like a hot knife through butter. This is going to be easy and steamy for Thomas and Tayson all the way up top on high ground. Tayson also has that front side tarp. It's looking so good. This is fundamental from this duo, and they're looking to wrap things up.
They got the materials, they've got the ammo, they've got the firepower, they've got the brains, they have absolutely everything. But look, Andlik's still in this. First place in the leaderboard down below. Same with Seti and Chapix, a team who didn't manage to win. They were on high ground at the 5th zone, but now they're on the low. They're claiming those points, and they're climbing up the leaderboard as well.
4 teams left. Seti Chapix, one of them, rattled on the head though. Seti's looking confused, turned around, and he's down. Chapix survives on the backside though. One player right above him. Is it his build that he can edit? That's the question. Does he see it? No! Pop down! The awareness from Andalex is too much. Malibuca and Mustache are gonna be on the backside. No shields. Thomas and Tayson looking healthy. Is this going to be the win? It starts with a lucky number 7 shot. It starts with a 50-50, and it ends with absolute tyranny. Just a complete tear all the way from high ground. Low HP for Mustache and Malibuca. Down below, there's one final drop that Tayson needs. He goes for the left-hand peek. First shot doesn't land. Second one, it's a split. Insane reactions and a double for Tayson. That's how you wrap things up. Are falling one by one. All they need to do is make sure this zone run, this maximum pull, the distance works, and they're inside the vehicle. It's at 1/4 of HP, 85, and they finally get out. So greedy, but it works.
Yeah, Seti and Chapix in the bottom left. Noah and Aqua in the bottom left. Actually, I meant the other direction. I don't know mine either. But here we go. The box started to jump in, and the players at the backside, Noah and Aqua, probably going to have to start to go for high ground at some point. But no, they're getting an engagement with Flodax. The team that they're fighting off spawn at the opposite side, they're deciding to disengage, not get into that full engagement. But look at the materials, 39. This is not a game-winning loadout. As the players start to go past the box, they get in. Noah's down. Aqua also down at the same time. Flip-flop all over the place. But up on high ground, the team who's managing to keep things sturdy, keep the concrete under their feet is Joe and Vino up on high ground.
You can hear it. peace, tranquility for Joe and Vino, but it's interrupted quickly as well. This comes straight all the way up for height again. This man can't stop. He's hungry for it. He had one taste, and he gets denied a dish. Best served cold is revenge for Joe and Vino on that one. They were denied in that game number 3. This time, they're not going to be there to be able to get stopped at all. The people that were stopping them off spawn, not here whatsoever. Tayson and Thomas have gone straight to the finals, so height will be free for them for now. Setting in Chapix, though, on mid-ground, they're going to have some trouble navigating this layer.
Still got plenty of materials left to their name, but notice they're still in 7th place right now. They haven't even overtaken the 2 teams who managed to be eliminated by them at this moment. So great positioning awareness from him, but they're going to have to ensure that they keep going deeper into the zones if they're going to be able to up on the leaderboards.
17 teams still inside the business, and one person straight on their floors. It could be an easy pickup, but it's going to be on the left side. Fast Roki jumping up and down in the box, trying to feed Kylie of this trap, and Setty and Chapix will not be able to capitalize just yet. Flodax goes down, and everyone has a moment of peace before that zone locks in again.
This looks like it's going to be Joe and Vino's game to win. They're set up for victory right now, up on high ground, but down on the mid. Sehi and Chapix still managing to tunnel their way through, down to only Wood remaining. This is the point where these players are going to go for a refresh. The pre-edit play comes in. The double spray comes down with a high fire rate weapon. The player dropped into their box, but no, he's managed to escape, get out. They're going for it yet again, but those players have disengaged. They've dissed out of there, and it's not going to be the player that they can pick up the elimination on.
X squeeze down to the zone on the backside. It's Milad who's fighting him way in the past in a different game entirely. Meanwhile, in the current present, looking to the future, Vino and Joe are on high ground, all in on their materials. Oh, it's Wood. The reconnect is there, positioning perfect from Joe and Vino. No pressure whatsoever, and no team close enough to be able to take height. They control the launch pads, they control the air. Meanwhile, at the ground, it's Chapix now face to face with absolute destruction, and he goes down too. They will not be able to secure a position for a win, but for Joe and Vino, this looks too easy.
It is Clement left as a solo, losing Floki out. This is just a day of solo pop-offs, and here we go with Clement now. 0 builds to his name. The player down below underneath his box. He's going to have to start aiming, getting the shot through. The 90 connects, but no, the zone is now catching up. He's only got 3 seconds of tick. It's talked, and he's out.
Absolutely too close for him right there, but still up on height. It's free. Like rain, these shots are firing straight to the ground, and there is no umbrella to be able to stop the damage. Vino and Joe are looking too good here. 5 eliminations. No team I see at the moment is there healthy enough to wrap them up and try to contest them up top in this game. Milad finally down as well. Vico and Yaish are moving in, but they're also just completely confused and razzled as to where to go. They're looking up, getting denied. Matt's not looking too good either. All on Wood. Stingray down to Krusty. They're falling down to the low ground. It's Fast Roker gets picked apart on the right side. Another big edit. Cone slide in, and Vico's making it look too good and easy. They have a little bit of control, and they might have a chance to go for that final 2v2.
This could be the first time they make a finals. These are the newcomers, the pop-offs of the season. Vico been streaming everything all season, making the finals the cash cup, solo, duels, whatever it is, and this could be their time to shine. But up on high ground, Vino and Joe are getting the height taken from them. Vino's got no materials, so he has to drop down as the 1v1 goes up onto the height. It's a solo. I gotta think it's maybe hard find, but Vino starts to go up with the swing, and the huge show up down, and the massive down below. Vino has been training the aim since all starts. He's hitting the shots that matter. It's a 2v1 situation. This is a highlight moment of his career right now to qualify him through for the finals. It's a 1v1 because Joe has gone down at the backside of the zone, and it's gonna go to Vino and Joe with 8 eliminations.
Vino, that was insane! A swing, a hit, no misses, just bangers from the man, and that is how you qualify to finals.
That is a highlight play for the books right there. The swing up onto height using the Spider-Man, the max damage, the drop to low ground, another max damage. Absolutely clinical. This is why people rate this player so high for Vino.
That is the best play of the entire chapter, possibly, that I've seen in semifinals in general. We've had reboot rounds that get crazy, but I've never seen such clinical precision like this. A pixel to hit, and he does it. Snap, instant, inhuman reactions. I mean, Vino, this should not be possible.
I keep talking about Twitter clips. If this isn't on Twitter in the next 2 minutes whilst we're here, I don't know what's going on. That is absolutely incredible. You got to think the impact that this is going to have on the drop slots now that Tayson and ThomasHD have qualified from Condo, or not Condo at the same time, sorry, Covert. They're so similar. They're both C's, you know? They both qualified from this drop slot now. That now leaves it open for other teams to go there. They're noticing that that launch pad potential is going to be there in that drop slot. Players are winning from there. I think in this next game we could see a ton of players switch that up.
Hey, Covert Cavern is running our entire semifinal so far today and the best clips we've seen throughout the day. So Zeke, Levin, Sundown, what else can we expect from such a drop?
Fortnite fam, I'm so thankful you guys could not see my physical body just absolutely flailing like a fish out of water after watching Vino's performance. Literally, we interviewed him and he said one of the biggest tips that he could teach someone is knowing when to turn it on. And in that moment, that literally flashed before his eyes. This is my opportunity. We can go to finals right here. And Levin, Reese, this happens after Tayson and Thomas win the last game, right? So they dip. That means that they start this game with Covert uncontested and then immediately come back to win, Levin?
It's this moment right here when he realizes no materials, I've got to make a play, and he drops down and instantly hits the one striker pump that I'll be real. There are not many things you will see better than that when watching Fortnite. That was truly beautiful. And then the win as well.
Above the threshold, but at what cost? Lost inside the zone. The miss will only tick for a little bit. He's found the pad, gliding in, but his teammate is down. At 6th place, now he is the line. The work done there, I mean, if you want to call it work, it got him to this point, but all the eggs are in Disiptos' basket. He has to carry his team across the line and stay alive in 6th place.
Almost no ammo to work with when it comes to the AR either, so he can't even spray to pick up eliminations to get some of that siphon back. On high ground, Seti and Chapix, however, on the commanding position in the lobby, 5th on the leaderboards overall. All they need to do is have a good game here, and this should be a guaranteed qualification from them. Unlike Disiptos, who we know is on the bubble as a solo with nothing to work with on the low ground, this is gonna be intense, ain't it?
Definitely is. We saw Seti and Chapix in this position though. They had a max moving zone. This time they get the zone and can work with it. That being said, I know there's a bunch of launch pads up and around. Where's Kane and Cruel? I just saw them right on Seti's POV. They have 2 pads to work with and can really interrupt height. They're in a very good spot near the backside as well to do so. The question is, can Seti and Chapix hold on?
If you're them, you don't want to hold on to height. You want to hold on in the game for placement, but you are not trying to go. There's going to be players trying to psycho up, trying to hit the launch pad, and here we go. This is the moment. Moving zones have begun. This is the time where the placement's really going to start kicking in. Seti and Chapix just need to do something good here.
There might be 20 teams that end up landing on them right here. There's only about 6 that want to see apart the whole game, so rightfully so. They back up in the zone. They launch pad out. They'll be safe for now. Disiptos by himself. He goes down. We'll know exactly what 6th place looks like and who needs to hit it. 95th right now. I want to stay with that 6th place theme throughout the entire game as it swaps back and forth, unless Disiptos does the impossible. Breaking through metal bills. He's on the very backside of zone. No pads. 2 web zips to go, but nothing really looking good at all for him on this backside. He finds a tarp. This looks really good for him overall. Gets the move, but once again, Reese, 148 below, now down to 176. He's going to be forced to fight here with 11 people to go down with 79 HP. This is looking rough.
Loki went down in the Elim feed too, which is super important because they're right next to him on that leaderboard in your bottom right. Refsguard and Scram still up in this as well, but they're down to 70, now up to 82 points, sorry. So they are down in 9th. They're actually significantly further behind the 6th place team, which is currently at 98 points of Disiptos. He's just trying to heal out the Storm up in that top right-hand corner, but still so much behind Stormster, trying to do whatever he can. On the left, you're going to see up on high ground, it seems like Lechi and Swilliam potentially going for it. And Shmeki, it's a complete mess. This is exactly what I mentioned. The team's going up, left, right, and center, but back with Disiptos. No anything really to work with at this point, but he has managed to accrue himself some AR ammo, so this could be a spray elimination that he may need to keep himself up here.
Wild Boar on the low ground. He's not going to be able to look up at all. We'll see if he ends up surviving. Kane and Cruel are going for height. Aqua and O'Reilly there too. It's a 3-way fight. No O'Reilly all the way up top. There's another pad, but it gets denied all the way on the bottom side. Yes, sir, indeed. Aqua and Noah O'Reilly have gained height in the semifinals. It's chopped by Kane and Cruel. Retaken by Noah, though. He gets the rebuild and once again goes for the big shot. It's all aggression for this team. And they connect side by side once more. Up against 2 launch pads. Aqua and Noah O'Reilly win the fight. No, it's a chop down though.
Chop down
Aqua,
yet again. It's
can he touch it?
Same thing.
It's
No.
fine.
It's the same thing as Pandemonium. It's chaos up on the high ground, but Noah, Riley, and Aqua are still fighting for it. If anyone's going to hit the mechanical blades then, but now down to no builds. Aqua goes down at the same time, leaving Noah as a solo. He's going to try to spray into the box. It's a 1v2. He hits the shots to connect. He hits the knock onto that. Now that's Kane that's going to go down, leaving Cruel as a solo, a 1v1. So many materials. 60 builds left to Noah.
There's a new team on high ground as well. Who is that? Kane's down. Cruel's in the box down below. Noah can get him down completely, but he has Master just go by himself. It's Sanji. Sanji and Vo, who've been there every single game, like a shadow behind the scenes. They're finally here in the light, but he gets stuffed out too. Sanji, low on HP. He's basically interrupted so many teams in the mid game. Finally alive in the end, though. Both going for a few picks left and right, but it's builds that are just too hard to penetrate down below. Metal, brick, nothing to really spray down with those MK7s, and Noah Riley's going straight for height again. 2 more webs hits, 2 big shots too. Fovus down 105 with that 1v2. It looks kind of crazy from Noah Riley. He has one more obstacle in his way. It's Sanji, 3 builds above. Who's got the materials though? Noah Riley. It's all or nothing right now for you, my friend. But do you have the builds to be at the high table? Can you go for the big shots? He identifies the player. Sanji up in the sky. Big shot with the Spider-Man gauntlets, but he misses for the first time. Noah Riley now running a little bit low on mats. Goes for a bit of that pressure on the right side. Jumps back towards the back and then takes height. The movement is absolutely phenomenal, and Noah Riley has the high ground.
Just him left up by himself. If he goes down on this, it's over for this particular day. He has to pick up the victory royale, but there's teams going up for it. He's making the mechanical blaze down to 1 build, drops down to low, but it's over for Noah Riley.
He's down. Chapix, Seti, first place overall for the moment. They're rolling in and possibly also going for the win. This is a clinical display of how to win the final game. Nuts from Chapix, absolutely glorious.
This is semifinals day number 1. If you're just tuning in, I'm telling you, you missed some of the craziest games. And if you take away anything,